What's up, folks? Felt like doing some drafts today, so real quick, almost missed the pick. Gonna start off with a Sphinx there. What can we get here? I like Elder. I like Unholy Heat. I like Hard Evidence. Dual Land's fine. We can try to go. I haven't drafted like affinity style decks in a while. Maybe we can do that. If I were doing what I usually do, which is just playing, 5-color nonsense, I would pick up my Elder, but let's play some artifacts, see what's up. Unholy Heat is also kind of tempting. Maybe we should just pick the Heat. But maybe we end up like blue-white. That's an affinity card. And a good one. What's up, Urza? How's it going? Welcome. This is kind of an affinity card in a way. This gives you 2 affinity. Probably not the best affinity card, but gonna pick the companion, hoping to wheel Knighted Mare. I'll probably play this guy. Probably playing the land. This is good if you have some combos going on with it, but we can probably wheel this. Get the Whelp. Yeah. Aerialist is also gets an artifact, so there's an argument for that, but like Whelp is pretty good though, with what we got going on. Prototype is awesome. Mere Scrappling is awesome. Lens Flare is awesome. Probably need Prototype though. Oh, actually, Unholy Heat is pretty great. Because we're not wheeling this, or we may wheel this. And I guess I would also be happy with Scrappling. You like the podcast, Ursa? Awesome, thank you. Happy to hear that. Mouser is probably good, but I think with us looking to be 3 colors, I guess we're kind of red so far. Maybe we can play like blue, red, splash white, or something like that. Definitely taking the duel here though. This spits out artifacts. Barbed Spike is awesome though. We're starting off with a pretty solid artifact deck, to be honest. It's a pretty great start. I haven't drafted an artifacts deck in so long too. Dual land, love to see it. This card can potentially be busted in this sort of deck, but like on color dual land is just too good for us to pass up, I think. Moderation has been kind of like hit or miss. I've seen it be amazing and I've seen it be embarrassing. But yeah, it's gonna be probably a short stream today. I'm gonna make like probably 1 or 2 drafts and we're gonna call it. Because I recorded Titan Talk this morning. That's why we started off later. And I had a draft going, so I'm like, why don't I just stream this draft? Interesting. Unbounded Potential is potentially interesting. Dual Land is interesting, though it's not in our colors. I don't think I want Hard Evidence in a deck like this. I think I'm just gonna go with Potential. Again, we're probably gonna be like, it's kind of looking like we are white-red, splashing. Oof, that's big. Splashing Sphinx. Slasher is awesome though. I have never played this card. Maybe it's good. I have not seen it be good ever. I think the art is pretty cute though. But I don't know. Like this is good against like removal, but like Slasher is just good always. Another Slasher or a Mirror. Because of our current curve, I think I'm gonna go with a Mirror. Skill is huge here. So we're probably like the only, yeah, we're definitely the only artifact drafters right now. Yes, yes we are. Yes we are. We are the only like artifact deck drafters right now. So this deck is looking quite good. We can probably wheel either of these. So I think I'm gonna go with Extruder. Do we have any other good options? Not really. So yeah. Constable is interesting with potential, but it's not better than Extruder. We can get another 2-drop. We can get ramp / fixing. We can get another skill. Every creature we have is an artifact so far. I think I'll probably wheel this. But I can probably also wheel the skill. Strider I have mixed experiences with. I've seen it be amazing, and I've also seen it being super medium. I think I'm gonna go with Prototype. And we're gonna hope to wheel either this or this. We may be wheeling both actually. Mind Collapse is perfect. I would also take Disciple, and I would also take Slag Strider. We're definitely wheeling one of these, potentially both. Another Mirror, Cookbook. DRC is potentially great. We already have 1, 2, 3, and this is just like a 3-power beater. Yeah, let's go with DRC actually. I think that we can probably get the mirror around. I don't think that anybody's drafting our colors. At least not artifact based. Another potential. Courier. We don't really make any tokens, do we? Nope. So it's between Courier and Potential. I think I'm gonna go with Potential. Like, honestly, it's not even clear that I want to be playing this. Yeah, let's just go with Potential. Lens Flare, or another duel, probably another duel. The other cards I'm not really interested in. Obviously, your aggressive deck is not a great counterspell deck, particularly when we're splashing the blue. Aerialist or Flare? Probably Flare. But we can wheel the Flare. Aerialist doesn't have any synergies. Yeah, I'll just go with the Flare. Neat. Double blue though? Yuck. Double blue is a lot to ask. Probably taking it though. Skill or another 1-drop? This is the last pack this time around. Probably go with 1-drop. Skill is very good though. But there's another skill that we're probably willing. Well, I would play 2 skills for sure. Maybe I will play even 3. That's close though. Maybe the 1-drop was better. Yeah, there's another skill. But now we can get the Slag Strider. It's not looking like we're gonna be playing blue. So these are just like lands, but I like them being artifact lands kind of deal. Huh. So there's some really good cards making it around. That's some very, very good cards that are making it around. Taking Mirror over the dual land. It's looking pretty solid. Just looking pretty solid. Maybe I'll just play the Sphinx mostly because it's free, but I'm not sure that I want to play the Attendant. If this were single blue, I would play it, but it'd be in double blue. This pack is medium for us. Factory is probably the pick. Archon is sick. I've been drafting a bunch of Reanimator off stream, and like this is not the first time that I see one of the really good payoffs. We're gonna have to let it go though. Just get Factory. Yeah. Hoping to wheel either one of these 4 cards. Helix is perfect. Something that can go face. Close the game. Hoping to wheel either one of these, though I'm not even sure that I'm going to be playing that many. Here we can take Battle Plan, Disciple. Disciple's not bad. But if I wheel a Slasher, I'm probably going to play that. So I think I'd rather just take a duel instead. Dual lands work great for my Sphinx, and they also work great with Extruder. Another duel or Flyer. I think I'm taking Flyer here. Yep. Taking the Flyer. This deck is looking solid. We got a little bit of some pretty good removal. We got some nice little payoffs. We got some early aggro plan, including a bunch of combat tricks. This deck is pretty solid. Like it a lot. We even have Mishra's Factory. Benihana, I think that we can wheel the guy. I mean, this is $2. Like, I would definitely play this, but this is also $2. So that probably tips it over the line. Second Extruder is pretty hot though. We have a pretty insane Extruder deck. $2 though. Another Heat, another Slasher, or another Mirror. Probably Heat. All of these are good cards for us. Probably taking Break Ties in case we play the Mirror match. Actually, this is a main deckable card for us because of the Reinforce. Lightning Spear is very good. Power Depot is pretty good. So now with the Power Depot, the Extruder would obviously have been a better pickup for us, but we still have Foundry Helix that we can sack Power Depot with. This deck looks very strong. I like it a lot. We're gonna have to cut some actually good cards. We're gonna need to be cutting some actively good cards. Dromedary. I don't really like the Dromedary. Probably Mouser. Like the Dromedary is fine, but it's always castable. Just gonna go Mouser. Here we can go Slasher. Disciple. Gorilla Shaman or Border Golems? Let's get Border Golems. Yes! Woo! Let's go. Well, this draft worked out. This draft worked out very well. Am I gonna have to just cut the DRC? I think I just have to cut the DRC because just our artifact deck is just way too strong. And DRC just doesn't really have any synergies going on. Holy crap, this is a good artifact deck. What am I even cutting? Like, all of these cards are absolute gasoline. All of these cards are just insane. Maybe I'm just cutting it. I guess I'm cutting a Holy Heat. Cut Sphinx. The thing is that it's literally free to play the Sphinx though, right? Yeah, I guess it's the worst card. We just have like a very, very good aggro deck. This is also a creature. Like, we would be a 6 Sphinx deck. I mean, we do have some whiffs for the Sphinx, so I guess that the Sphinx is not absolutely insane. Like, you know, maybe this is okay, but like, Skill is just a terrible card. Flare is a terrible card to find off the Sphinx. So, like, Sphinx is not like insane for us. I could cut a Mirror, but the problem is like Mirror is particularly amazing with double unbounded potential, right? We have double potential, double extruder. Mirror honestly feels like the best card in our deck. Like, it's gonna be constant. It's forever a double striker. Like, every single turn, this is gonna swing for 1,000,000. Mirror is just insanely good for us. Maybe the Gargoyle or a Slasher. If we cut a Slasher, maybe we can get away with playing 16 lands. Can we get away with playing 16 lands? We do have a bunch of 4-drops though. We do have a bunch of 4-drops. Like, we're not gonna be playing this for 0 fairly often, so I'm kind of counting this as a 4-drop. Maybe that's why this is the cut. No, this is just too good of a card. I would like to play 17 lands though, particularly because we have Factory, right? We can almost play mono white. We could almost play mono white. I wonder if that's because that's a reason to cut the Strider. Because we're very heavy white. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Potentially cutting the Strider. Depot doesn't cast Strider. The issue is that Depot is very good with Strider, right? You can sack the Depot, dome them for 1, Modular, make their combat impossible. It probably is the worst card in the deck though. So 4, 5, 6, 7. And 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we want to do this. Hell yeah. This deck's pretty sick. Alright, see you for number 1. Welcome to round number 1. Sure. We can play Collapse for mana, for sacking land, I mean. Probably gonna have to play Prototype on 2, which kind of sucks. It exposes it to get killed and not leave me with the tokens. Yep. Yep. I think I'll play Mare here. It's not a bad top deck though. Maybe I should have played Gargoyle. Another Bone Shards. Well, at least they discarded a real card this time around. But geez. Wait, what? I am very confused. They could have Bone Sharded the Rootwalla? I guess I should have traded with this, because I had the Gargoyle. I could keep the Imp in check. Kind of awkward. So now we chill. Take it. So I think I'm just going to collapse the Familiar. And I'm probably going to Unbounded Potential on my opponent's end step. Just so I can use my mana efficiently. Take 6, play Mirror. And now I'm not gonna block. 6, 12. So we can bring my opponent down to. I guess we actually, if we find a land, we have lethal. Okay. Pretty good drop. Pretty good draw. Four. Dude, this deck is so sick. Is that? Yeah, that's just lethal actually, because they have no cards in hand. This deck is pretty busted. I love it. However you slice it, you're dead, opponent. However you slice it, doesn't matter. You're dead. Come on, Sparky. Come on, Sparky. Come on, Sparky. You can do it. There we go. This gets a counter. Suck that. This gets a counter. Suck that. You're at 8. You're dead. Alright, so we're playing against red-black. I like Unholy Heat. Maybe Potential is gonna be tough to leverage. Lens Flare is also exciting. Probably over the other Potential. And I like Skill better than Potential. This is gonna make my mirrors a little bit worse, but I think I'm okay with that. There's also the potential of wanting Disciple to get back one of my dudes. I kind of like the idea of Disciple to help us grind in the long game, particularly on the draw. On the play, I'm just gonna cut the Disciple. Maybe Disciple over... Disciple over Mirror? Disciple over Mouser. Seems fine. We can actually cycle for the... Wow. Good thing that we're almost mono white. We can actually go get... It's probably incorrect to do, but it's an interesting thought that we can actually play... We can actually get that card. Well, now that we drew that, we're just going to play that instead. Because we may just play this as a 4-4. Hopefully I discard a real card here. Yes, sweet. Okay. Let's play Gargoyle. I guess I want to play Spike. This is 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Opponent missed land drop. I think I'm just gonna kill this right now. I'm not gonna let them be able to get value from the discard. They discarded a land and then missed their land drop. Interesting. Interesting line. Yes, I will trade. Discard swamp, cycle for swamp. Sounds about right. Okay, play this thing. Say go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can play companion this kind turn, which is nice. White. Play that. Play this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, here's hoping that we'll have a bunch of ways to enable the Feast of Sanity, and we should be good. Play a mountain. Holy shit, that's very good. But my opponent fucked it up. They bone sharded my Mouser. Instead of... They could have feasted my Mouser. Why? Why would they do that? Whatever, I'm not gonna ask questions. I'm just gonna swing in for 4. Kind of flooding a little bit over here, but it's okay. We have a bunch of live top decks. Got a bunch of live top decks. Sure. That's bad news. That is very bad news. MH2 Draft. If you don't like draft, you're free to go watch somebody else. Jesse. I do like drafting. And it's not like I play draft every single day, right? Queen return, getting back Rootwalla, play Rootwalla. Opponent's at 3. So I think we chill here. But I could have lens flare there, but I didn't want to. Ugh. Opponent missed a little bit of damage there. Okay, so we just have to draw a creature. That's a creature. So now we're gonna lens flare the Curator. Initiate. So, activate factory. Colorless, red, white. Deal damage here, sack here. Modular onto the factory. Kill their thing, hopefully. They can sack something in response. They can discard something in response, I mean. Discard the land. Okay. So that dies. Equip there. 2-turn clock. That is... I guess it's a time walk. Never mind. Never mind. If I haste, opponent chumps. Yeah, I'm just gonna put a +1/+1 on counter. Opponent discard, they can, so that their dude dies. If they kill Slasher, then Factory kills them, and if they don't kill Slasher, I mean, both cards are lethal next turn, so this should be the win. Sweet. Wanna know? Second round. No creatures. Some good spells, but well, I like this hand. Keep. And I'm probably gonna send Mouser number 2. Play Thalia. Yes, I'd like to draw a card. I would like to draw a card, please. Play Mouser. Play this Sego. One mana, 1/1, draw a card. Sign me up. Sign me up for that one. 1 mana, 1/1, draw a card. Not bad. I think I'm just gonna go get the. Nah, actually the 4/4 seems better, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm 1 mana short. Factory. Okay, so I just play the 3-drop. Pass the turn. And now we can attack this coming turn. Opponent's playing green-white, which is can be scary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the companion costs 2 mana. Then I can attack for 2. Sheen something with a follow. So if I block here, opponent has the thing that puts on a counter. Seems like a fine trade. But if they have the thing that puts on 2 counters, that's not such good as the trade. I think I'm just gonna block with the Mouser. It forces the action or not. Just trade. Break ties. Yeah, this seems fine to me. 2. 1, 2, 3. Four. Just attack for 4. Guess I could attack for 6, but that puts the counter on the mirror, and I don't think I want to put the counter on the mirror just yet. Now the question is, how do I feel about this Scurry Oak? Like, do I want to collapse it? I feel like I'm gonna want to, but if my opponent plays a Baloth, I'm gonna want to collapse that instead. That's pretty good. 1, 2, 3. Swing first. See what my opponent does. Probably just take it. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let's do this. They have the combat trick? Or are they just, like, effectively chomping here? They have the combat trick. So that happens. But again, has changed so much. I barely recognize these decks, yeah. It's good old Scurry Oak control. That's bad. It's pretty bad for us. That was good. That was really good for my opponent. So I got 3 artifacts, meaning I can play the 4/4 here, but if my opponent has another removal spell, then we're in a lot of trouble. So what I can do this turn is I can just collapse this thing. If I whelp 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to have 4 artifacts. Then I can untap with 5 mana, play Extruder. I feel like I want to get rid of this thing. Can do that on my opponent's upkeep. Yeah, Collapse is it's a great card, but you know, it's not working out here. Please don't play the Baloth. Mayor is kind of fine. Okay, so immediately, right after we use the Collapse very inefficiently, we find the mountain. 1, 2, 3. So for 4 mana, 2, 3, 4. So we can double spell here. Wait, did I miscount here? Oh, I counted this as a... Whoops. Mistakes were made. Can put the counters from the whelp on the factory. Make it a 4/4. Which is not bad. Man, I really wish I could play this Extruder, but I don't want to... No locks. Another oak. All right. Now we're looking pretty good. So we can start sacking our lands in order to grow our dudes. I'm not going to do that unless I have to, but if I can, if I want to, I can. So now my opponent has some pretty tough combat math to do here. Although for silly ETB tap duels actually working over time with this Extruder. And as soon as I play this second Arcbound prototype, my opponent just has no good attacks ever again for the remainder of the game. Just 7 million on board combat tricks. Let's block there. I could sack this to save this, but I think that I'll just take the trade. Because now I pay for my upkeep. And we Play prototype. And now my opponent can kind of never attack. I think I'm not gonna pump because I may need to activate bubble to dump some counters onto it. Denison. Opponent's tapping out. Like axe? That's kind of annoying. But sure, I'll sack it. Put some counters here. Modular here again. Honestly, this could just be lethal. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can bring my opponent down to 1. So any artifact off the top should be lethal. That's not lethal. Oh no, that is lethal actually, because it's a red source. So I think this is lethal, unless I miscounted. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right? I think this works. 11. Oops. Here, sec this. That's lethal. All right, so green-white, just like an average green-white deck, it looks like. Pretty solid green-white deck. I like heat. Lens flare is kind of awkward because my opponent has multiple ways of using of protecting their stuff. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. I really like heat though, so I'm gonna be playing a second copy. 1, 2, 7 red sources. It's probably fine. Keep. Common sense. Looks like your MTG Premium subscription continues to pay dividends. Always, always common sense. How you doing? Thank you so much for the sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Definitely playing prototype here. So next turn I can play Monoscalion, hold up skill. Jade Avenger, so busted, man. Get the trophy yesterday? No, I flooded and died in the finals. Common sense. It was pretty brutal. I didn't show you the deck though. It was very good. This was the deck. had some pretty good enablers. Asmo plus Cookbook. I had Persist, Late to Dinner, Restoration, Young Necromancer, Solo Migration, Archfiend of Sorrow, Piru. Still somehow not the best. What happened? Wait, what happened? Oh, they didn't attack. They put a counter. Okay, gotcha. I'm like, what? What's going on? Okay, so this is the best Reanimator deck I've drafted so far. Double Unmarked Grave, double Bone Shards, Profane Tutor, good removal with Kaleido Scourge, Foundry Helix, Brea's Apprentice, Late to Dinner, Graceful Restoration, Scour the Desert to go with Kolos, Garrus Enforcer, Migration, Archfiend. This deck was a delight. Nah, I'd rather not. I was gonna say, yeah, they probably want to put a counter on that guy. One, two, three, four, five. So if I block here, Skellion can kill Acolyte. Seems like a lot of work. Gonna offer the trade. Oh, I play my land already? Whoops. Damn it, I had to play Companion pre-combat. Whoops. Yuck. What an idiot. I thought I could play my second land so it didn't matter. It's kind of a time walk. Yeah, I will not block, thank you. Just watching one of your YouTube videos, so glad I came to watch. Did you feel having 3/4 in Cyber still worth it for normal amulet? Yes. It will probably be like that for the near future. Outlast. They probably have the thing that puts 2+1/+1 counters. Oh, sure. Wow, my opponent opened themselves up so bad to skill. Imagine if I had had a second skill there. Just completely blow them out. Clean 2-for-1. Jeez. This is kind of a combo. Although I guess they can't activate now because this has counters, so never mind. So this costs 3. Kind of have to get rid of this. I'm just gonna draw them a lot of cards. We're 1 away from Crew Shock being scavenged. 1 land away. 6, 10, 12. We definitely need to find stuff to do here. Ugh. Ugh. It's too late for the heat. Take my damage while I can. Gonna modular onto. I think I want to modular onto mirror. Maybe that's wrong. Sorry, similar to this, but I splashed 3 Lotus Field to Twiddle for the meta. Wait, what? There's no way my opponent does not draw a card here. If their last card is like a combat trick, good for them, but please don't play Lotus Field nor Twiddle in Amulet. Please don't. Opponent can Crew Shock here and have a real big dude. That's an 8/8. So if we find, what are we looking for here? We're looking for, wait. That has lifelink? Oh. I didn't know that had lifelink. Well, the only way that I have of winning this game is for me to attack and then say, like, just draw something next turn and win. So if they have any way to proliferate, we lose. That's fine. But it feels like the only way that I can win this game is if if they have nothing. And I get to double strike their dude. Because I don't think I can win playing fair. Well, can't win anyway. Yeah, we flooded a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands. It's more than half of our lands. Not where we want to be. Anything we want to change for game 3? Not really. Is Strider just fine in this deck? Double red seems hard. Particularly because Power Depot doesn't cast Strider. I like this. Yeah, keep this. Do you draft exclusively white-red? No, I don't. In fact, I hadn't drafted white-red in a really long time in this format. My favorite archetype is green, just like 5-color good stuff. It's just the format that I have the most fun drafting. I don't think it's the best format, but the best archetype. I do like green-white a lot. I do like... I feel like a good Reanimator deck is very, very powerful, but Reanimator kind of can whiff sometimes. So it has that problem. But like a good Reanimator deck, it just feels kind of busted. What else is good? A good Red-Black Madness deck also feels very, very good. So it's like I play Blue-Red Delirium. I completely disagree with that. Like I don't even think that that Delirium is that playable. And I never drafted straight up blue-red. I've drafted mostly like Grixis style controls, whatever. But it's fine. Yeah, the giant is very good. 3 mana 1/3 that balls just carries my draft. Yeah, that card I think it's very good and very underdrafted. But I never played in straight up blue-red. I think that it's a lot better in just decks that are blue-red but are like Grixis or Timur or something like that. Khrushchev. This is quite unfortunate. This is quite unfortunate. I don't think we can attack here. Again, we're flooding. Feels bad, man. Every draw step has been a land. We had 4 draw steps, and every single one has been a land. Because I think all of these cards were in my opener. That really sucks. I was tempted to give this +2/+0 and then draw a card, but probably not a great idea. Slasher is not bad though. And if they trade here, then I have guaranteed to draw a card. Going for the 3 earlier and hit 13 of my 15 lands in the top 19. Yeah, I was down to 10 cards and I had drawn 15 of my 17 lands yesterday. No, 12 cards. I had 12 cards left in the deck, and I only had 2 lands in those 12 cards. That's what happened with the deck that I played against you, Common Sense. In the finals, I just flooded like crazy. Okay, so if I find Helix, or I find the 4 mana removal, or if I find Extruder, I think that I win the game. I guess Extruder actually just wins on the spot. Just another land. That's sure. Okay, now I'm going to offer the trade. Because I think that this guy being alive is very, very bad news for us. Wait, no! I didn't have 6! I wasn't F6 there. Damn it. Ugh. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. Oh, that's really... Oh, that's frustrating. Alright, Extruder for the win. We still have multiple draw steps that win on the spot. Still got multiple draw steps that win on the spot. Dromedary. They were very careful to pay 3 white, which is interesting. Maybe they have another Khrushchev. Damn it, man. It's so annoying. Can't really be the combat trick, so here goes nothing. That worked. Alright. Alright. Can we please draw a good card as opposed to another land? Pretty please. Pretty please. They didn't read the land. It's possible. Yes! 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 God damn it, yes! Good round for dinner, good luck. Hope to see you out there. Yeah, same thing, common sense. Thank you for the sub. Finally! Extruder confirmed busted. Sounds lethal to me. Sweet. See you for the last round. Alright, let's get that trophy. Also playing against my opponent, which apparently it's 2-0. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I like the flavor because I really like D&D and haven't drafted it yet. I drafted it a fair bit. I did like 15 or 20 drafts or something, and I did not like it. It just wasn't fun. Let's play that. So if my opponent wants to kill it here on end step, I get to draw a card. Okay. Step, say go. Next turn we can play prototype. Attack. Play that. Play prototype, say go. Next turn we get to play extruder. Let's play in blue black. We get to draw a card. Sweet. I'm just playing extruder and making my opponent's life a nightmare. MH2 Draft still firing though, hopefully. Yeah, I hope that. I don't know. Like I haven't been to FNM obviously. It would be awesome if they are. Bone shards. So bone shards targeting this guy. So what I will do is I will put a counter here, sacking that, and that will put a counter there. Yes. Put a counter, yes. And now this is gonna sack to put a counter there. So now we get to draw a card. Sweet. It's a Hellmongrel. My opponent can like throw 2 cards in the garbage to get rid of this, which apparently they are. And this now means that I can just untap, Mind Collapse this, and we kind of just win. So now that is dead. Swing 3. Esper Sentinel MVP of this game. Holy shit. I want to draw a card? Go ahead. Seven, yeah. They need double removal spell, I guess. They can gain some life. I guess they can gain some life here. They're gonna gain 2 life plus 1 plus 2 more, so they're gonna gain 4 life here. I guess they can ploy twice. They can Dihada's ploy twice, and that would make it so they gain a bunch of life. Okay. That kills the slasher, but like this is now a 7/7. So they didn't really accomplish much. Just keep on piling the counters all over the place. Also just realized that we have Delirium for this. Awesome. So playing blockers is not really an option for them. We also have 4 damage to the face whenever we want. Bone Shards. So I'm gonna wait until my opponent targets. And now we skill. Hehehe. 9 yet. Helix your face. Okay, so playing against a discard control deck. I think I want Break Ties. Don't think I want Potential. Probably Disciple. Disciple overheat. That's a keeper. Opponent's deck is pretty good. Opponent's deck is pretty good. Card opponent mills 2. We're probably gonna get milled by this card if my opponent has a good draw. So I want to play my dude so I can dump a bunch of shit there. I guess we're just gonna pass here. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, maybe I thought my opponent's deck was grindier than it actually is. Block. They had us ploy. They can make a 6/6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not looking good. It's not looking good here. Yeah. Mongrel is going to be able to do some nasty stuff here. Mill me for 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So now I think that we get the upper hand here. But we're still not looking good. Like, we have a bunch of pressure and we got rid of their mongrel, but I don't think we're still in good shape. This extruder is kind of doing stuff, but okay, so now we can't win in the ground anymore. Whew. Yeah, my opponent's got the best discard deck that I've ever seen, kind of. Can we lethal them here? Opponent's at 16. Slasher. 5. We play slasher. We attack with everything. We may be able to put enough pressure. Yep. Haste. Attack with everything. So that would be 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not enough. So I think I'd rather sack this and put a counter over there. And this should take a bunch of the pressure off. Opponent's been scrying all this time too. Put a card on top. They got Ploy. Their deck's pretty good. Their deck is very, very good. This extruder is just working overtime. They've been a swamp. So that's a 2/2. If they want to gain more life, they need to do it now. Really hoping that we can dodge a removal spell, particularly Bone Shards. It's another discard outlet. They're kind of short on black mana, however. So if they want to ploy again, they're not going to be able to... They're not going to be able to use a removal. This is close. This is close. Point is out there doing some math. I don't envy them. With an extruder in play, I don't envy them right now. Sure. So many ploys. I mean, they're tapped out now. They are tapped out. I think we got him. Unless they go Black Swords into Bone Shards. I think we got him. Uh-oh. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it! No! No! Okay, so I'm gonna have to sack this guy. We want to put a counter. I don't think we want to put a counter in the factory. So this is the one that my opponent's not gonna block, because this is the one that can move around. So I'm just gonna put the counter there. Let's see what we draw. Another extruder. So we can play Whelp. Opponent blocks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have exactly lethal unless I miss something. And my opponent was going to untap and probably kill me because they would have been able to like flashback Ploy, get 2 of these. Block there. And now put a counter here, sacking that. More counters there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put a counter here, sack there. Put a counter here, sack there. Put a counter here, sack that. Put a counter here, sack this. That's 12, baby. Woo! Trophy. This was a sick Affinity deck. I guess it was more modular than Affinity in the end. It started like Affinity, but then it ended up being modular. This is definitely the best Affinity, the best modular deck that I've drafted the format so far. So that was pretty sick. Glad to see Scales is still viable and limited. Yeah, I know. Ravager is broken at 4 mana just as much as it's broken at 2 mana. Arcbound Ravager is just as broken as at 4 mana. Hope you enjoy that. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoy limited content, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.